AI's surface modelling page allows you to prepare and modify surfaces for using as your screens within AI. So the page itself can be accessed from the AI icon at the bottom right. If you go to the stage section, and it's the second one down, the modeler one, that's the one with the three-dimensional cubes as the icon. Okay, so what we're seeing here, we've got 4 viewports at the moment, so this is quite traditional in a 3D environment. It allows you to see 3 different views, 3 different plan views at once, as well as a 3-dimensional view to give you an overall feel of what everything looks like. So, at the very top we've got the buttons to create objects, and to create arrays or clones, and even to save our object. And then down the left we've got some tools, selection, translation, rotation, scaling. We can flip on axes on the X, Y and Z. We can invert our selection and even change how our objects are shown within this viewport. So, for instance, let's add a plane and modify that a little bit. So you can see the plane icon actually says ZX on it. So that means when I apply one of these planes, it's going to create itself along those axes. If I want to change that, I can right click on that icon and go through the 3 options that we've got there. Then once I'm happy, if I left click, I can place that within my 3D environment. I'm zooming in using the normal mouse wheel controls. Of course you can do shift and the left mouse button to rotate, and alt and the left to pan. So once I've got a surface in and I want to modify it, I simply just need to select the points that I want to work with, and then I can choose the tools from the left. So I can either just manually left click on the tool and then adjust the position as I want. I can even lock the adjustment to a certain axis. So if I hold down the X button when I translate, it's only ever going to translate along that X axis. So obviously if I hold the Y, it's only going to let me do the Y, as you can see there. Now some of these options here on the left, the tools on the left, you can enter numerical values as well. So if you hold the shift button when you left click on that option, and it will give you a little pop-up window, and you can shift left click on that button again to remove those options. So all that we've really got left there is our clone tools. We've got linear clone and radial clone. So let's just select a component and make some cloning. So I'm going to select the linear clone. So we can choose our spacing, we can choose the amount of clones, and then we apply the cloning. So I'm going to give it I'm actually going to clone horizontally, so I'm going to take the Y spacing down to 0, and I'm going to put my X spacing up to 3, like so, and then I press submit, and there you go. Once you're happy with the surface that you've created, you can export using the export button at the top here, and this will produce you an OBJ of your modified screen surface. So I'm going to call that one screen 01.